The Oreo thin is perfect. Why? I have no idea.
All right, man. Welcome to another issue of NerdFlow Podcast. It's issue 156. We still filing in, and we like black folks late because we normally not start at 9:30. And you know, when you stream, technical issues is always a thing. Always a thing.
Always come up.
Always come up. Just like I forgot to hit the sprinkle button just now, but we good. I hit it just now. So for those on the download, you ain't gonna know what episode this is or issue this is. It's 156. So I'm gonna say it again. Yeah. But yeah, man, how's everybody been?
I had to get some things off my mind. Things, aka Taco Bell. My mind, aka my stomach.
You know, after a certain age, all that food just don't sit well with your digestive system.
Oh, especially if you got dairy. Oh Lord, Jeebus.
Well, I'm not at home. I'm on a sabbatical. So yeah, I had to get away from my surroundings. And
I feel
on the drive down, I had like a whole lot of different conversations and ran a whole lot of scenarios with myself in my brain. So, you know, like when you driving by yourself, you know, you have time to think about a whole lot of stuff because it's really just you, the road, and maybe your radio. And if you got XM radio, you think you have a plethora of channels to listen to, but really,
you don't.
You just find yourself listening to Sirius XM Fly, which is the 90s and 2000s station. So you pretty much got a whole lot of time to do a lot of thinking to yourself.
Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with mental clarity, you know, here and there.
Nothing wrong but you find yourself, you find yourself having conversations like this. Now, Quinn, yes, Quintars.
Answer and response.
You know what I'm saying? You find yourself having those conversations where you talking to yourself and you responding to yourself. Like, so you really thought this was gonna work? Well, I did think it was gonna work, but you know, yeah, we took a L on that. So what we gonna do to rectify this? We not taking no more L's. You know, you pretty much gotta have a TI versus TIP moment.
Okay. Okay.
All right, man. As we said, this is issue 156 from NerdFlow Podcast. If you are new to the podcast, we are live on Twitch, our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/NerdFlow Podcast. We're also live on Spreaker FM as well. This is the audio version of that. We are a podcast that's all about pop culture, fandom, video games, comic books, anime, you name it. We talk about it here. We got social medias, so Twitter, Instagram. I'm gonna pop those into the chat. So if anybody needs to follow any of those, we also got 50% off NerdFlow t-shirts. In addition to that, we also have a YouTube channel. Working our way to 100 subscribers to get that official URL. We also have an affiliate with superhero stuff. So if you click on that link in the chat, you can actually get yourself. It would actually help out the show. Actually, whatever you buy from superhero stuff. And then for the social media, you can search NerdFlow Podcast. Like I said, links are in the chat. So if you want to check out any of those. In addition to, we also have a community. So if you want to join the NerdFlow Podcast community, we post a lot of news stuff that we talk about here on the show on there. So you just want to stay abrupt on pop culture, fan news, all that good stuff. And we also post the video versions and the links to all the NerdFlow Podcast issues in there also. So please make sure you guys go check that out also. And there's a link for that there as well. So yeah, man, it's been, I don't know. This week has been kind of
janky.
Yeah, janky. Janky's a good word. I think it's a really good word. A lot of stuff going on in gaming. It's just right now. It's just like kind of like in a holding pattern a little bit. Everybody's waiting for next gen consoles. All the different rah and all that stuff back and forth about different stuff with PlayStation and Xbox. We're gonna talk about Series X is heating up on people. Some people saying that's not factual, but I mean, I feel like the other half of it. We'll talk about it later. It's just like that. You got what else we got? Amazon cancels one of their games. Them trying to get into the video game industry and stuff like that. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Doctor Strange. So, but yeah, let's do some quick stuff real quick. So quick spoiler alert. Who wants to say something about the Boys finale? I haven't seen it, so don't say too much.
Well, we're not gonna. Yeah. Well, I don't know if Tink
Well, if
wants
you haven't seen it, we don't want to talk about it.
Y'all know how I am on this show, man.
Let's just say like what we were talking about last. Yeah, you go back and watch last episode or listen to last episode. Some things came true. It's pretty wild. I'll go ahead and say it. Excuse me, it was pretty fucking wild.
You can pretty much. I mean, to be honest though, man, you could really look at the trailer of the Boys that they show on wherever the trailer shows, whatever you're watching on Amazon, you can literally see that old boy has just lost his goddamn mind. Homelander.
Yeah. even in that, he had to look at somebody like, I know I'm crazy, bitch, but goddamn.
Young, you on mute. Young saying all this stuff and he on mute.
You on mute.
Yo, that's crazy.
He was going in too.
So Homelander, I ain't even tried to trip though. Like my boy was relieving himself in a special way over the city. Let's just say him and Pamela was having a good time over the city, saying he can do what the F he wants. He can do what the F he wants.
It's the danger of Homelander, man. That is the danger of him. But yeah, if y'all ain't seen it, then no reason talking about it. But it was what it was.
Wild. It was wild.
Yeah.
Okay. Butcher finally did the right thing, and that's like 10% of the time of him doing the right thing for somebody else besides himself. So,
well, I mean, given the circumstances of who that somebody else was,
yeah. But Butcher's he always thinks irrationally. Like, it's never really thought out, and that was a proud moment for Butcher. I think he actually tried to do the right thing.
So my unprofessional assessment of Butcher is Butcher pretty much when he thought his wife was dead, adapted I'm just gonna go in head first, guns a-blazing.
But he was mentality. Like that before, though. Even his wife said that. He was like that before she went missing because of his brother. Yeah. That's the backstory of his brother.
Well, I don't want to get.
But she kind of tamed him some though.
Yeah, she did. She tamed him a little bit.
And so, like after, like when he went on his Homelander, I'm finna kill Homelander crusade. It was more like he just trying to get himself killed. Mm-hmm. Like he just want to go out in a blaze of glory and hopefully take Homelander out with him.
What I want to see, like the backstory of his brother. I'm trying to think if his brother was like a soup and ended up killing himself or something of that nature. Like I really want to know the backstory of his brother.
I think his hatred of soups. Like,
but why though? Like, what's the cause?
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, and it has something to do with his brother. It's either his brother got killed by a soup or his brother was a soup and killed himself.
Well, they said when he was talking with his dad in the last episode, you know, they said he put that gun in his mouth and blew his own brains out.
Right.
So,
like, what?
So
I want to know what led up to that. And his dad said that Butcher was stronger than his
yeah,
brother. So it's that whole relationship, the relationship with his dad, the relationship with his brother, and moms normally they just stay out of like father son stuff anyway. But I really like it's something to do with his brother that I think draws his hatred for Soups.
and you know the fact that Butcher in the last episode, Butcher did something that a lot of sons have wanted to do to their dads.
Yeah.
Don't give it away. Choke.
No, I said I ain't talking about this week episode. I'm talking about
Okay,
last
all right.
I mean, he pretty much choked the shit out of his dad.
Yeah.
Basically. Like, just be
I
honest,
hate you,
man.
Dad.
If you have been around your dad and you just be like if this fool don't show up, shut up, I'm gonna choke the shit out of him. Especially when you grown and you feel like I ain't little no more.
You're right.
More like.
So you know what I'm saying, like you get in that mode, like this fool is old now too. Like he ain't got as much strength as he used to have. Like I'm King Dingaling now.
Right.
Notorious muting us because of spoilers, so let's move on. Because you're in too much.
Hey, Notorious, what's going on?
All right. So hold on a second. We
want to talk about that Crystal Dynamics or no?
Yes, Crystal Dynamics. Yes. Marvel Avengers. So dope. I'll let you lead us. I know about it as well. I'll let you lead it though.
Well, I mean, and this is from this, and the reason why I chose this is because it's from firsthand experience too. It's like, I mean, Crystal Dynamics, they're confident that their players will return to Marvel's Avengers, and they can salvage this, right? It's not, so basically they're saying on this article that the PC player base, but I think another article said the whole player base for Marvel's Avengers is just dwindled. And it's just due to, bugs, man. Like, I'm live on stream trying to finish up the game, and it crashed on the final stage twice. You know what I mean? So it's like, and that was after every time they release a patch, it was like, oh, we fixed this, we fixed that. But it's like, damn it, it felt like it broke something else. So,
yeah, that sounds like the Division, like all day. Because Division, I mean, come on, you play Division. Division had high fixes. I ain't never seen a game that had high fixes every week.
Exactly.
And we going down for maintenance every week.
Every week. And me and you got on Twitter. We were actually championing the beta. It was like, yeah, it's just a beta. And for this to happen is like, golly, I understand bugs. Now, I will say, the acting in this game is better than some TV shows. So I see what they spent most of their time on.
Yeah, they spent their time.
You know what I mean?
Because remember when they showed it, they showed off the actors. Like, here are the people that are playing blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And it's like, we looking like, why does these characters in this game look like these people? We don't want that. We don't care about that.
Right. But it was like playing the game. It was like watching a good freaking movie or TV show. I'm into the story. It's just the technical. They didn't get the technical aspect right. With it's just too many bugs, man, and
it's a lot of moving
to turn off.
Man.
And then lack of. So basically, players are getting bored with the repetitive gameplay. Lack of DLC being released, which they're supposed to be releasing. What's her name? Hawk Girl. Supposed to be the next expansion.
Kate Bishop.
Hawkeye's protege.
Yeah, Kate Bishop. Yeah.
Right, Kate Bishop, but they haven't released it yet. But they showed in the last war table that they were releasing her. So it's just they like other games that kind of like did bad and then they kind of salvaged themselves at the end. They have the potential. It's just right now, Avengers is not where it needs to be in order for.
And I kind of chimed in because somebody like the whole I think Marvel Avengers, they posted something about something on this day in comics, this whatever issue dropped, and like people, I was reading the comments about I hopped into the thing on Twitter, and people are just going in on them about like there's nothing to do, and this is literally not even a month. It hadn't even hit. It hadn't even hit. It hadn't even hit October.
Stop playing
4th.
so many damn video games. Man.
Yeah, and I literally said in the comments, I'm like, it's not their problem that you know life the game and you maxed out all 6 of your character, which you claim you probably did because you're bored. Because I'm pretty sure you probably haven't maxed out all 6, but that's here nor there. But it's like, dude, it's like
who's maxed out 6 though. Real talk.
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I feel you though.
It's like boys, it ain't my fault. You ain't got nothing to do. You know life the game, and now you just like, okay, give me something else. Like, no, go play something else. Like,
right.
And
content.
Speaking of that too, man, it's like I posted the article from Forbes. Paul Tessie, he writes a lot about. I follow him. He writes a lot about. He's a video game article. He writes a lot of video game articles for Forbes, and he had a good article about like these games as a service. Destiny being one of the mains that kind of led the charge with these type of games, and of course you got the Division, you got Anthem. Then of course Marvel Avengers also. He kind of put what's the name? Warframe in that same kind of frame as well. So it was just like, companies are not. You said like the Division, when they launched Division 2, they started out the gate good. They corrected all their faults, which is not giving roadmap because for these type of games like Avengers and stuff like that, they need to look at the faults of like. Destiny is a very good example because they were like the first ones to do this game as a service, and they got to look at their faults and see that, okay, what did they do wrong, and what are they doing right that are getting people to stick to their game. A roadmap is the key thing. People need to know where the hell they're going, because in Anthem, them boys had a roadmap. Them boys didn't follow that roadmap at all. Like Cataclysm was like 3 months late, bro. So it's like. These type of games, man, you gotta really learn from your mistakes. You gotta have content ready because people are going to blow people are gonna know life your game because that's kind of what they want. I mean, Diablo, in a retrospect, these games are kind of like Diablo based type games where in Diablo, you crank it up to another difficulty, prestige it, and you continue to just grind the same dungeons over and over again until you get that perfect set to do what you want to do with it. That's what they are. I know people can't. If you never played a Diablo game or don't know anything about a Diablo game, I suggest you not play any of the games I just named because you're gonna do story and then you're gonna rinse and repeat and do all this stuff all over again and gear grind to get perfect builds. That's literally what they are. That's what they cater to. So, and I know a lot of people don't like that, but there's other games to play. If you if you're story driven, then go play God of War or whatever other game that's story driven. So. Fall Guys launched season 2 this past Tuesday. They have a medieval theme for Fall Guys. Thursday? It was okay, it was Thursday. Yeah. I don't know why I thought it was Tuesday. So Thursday, the theme for this season is medieval, I was told. I haven't played in a minute. But I think it is, for what I was told, is medieval. It's a medieval theme for this season.
The day before the season 2 release. I haven't dove into the season 2 release though.
Yeah, me neither. But also some other things about Fall Guys. Fall Guys will be they're working on a mobile version of Fall Guys. So at some point we'll be getting a mobile version. And that's kind of
stole their thunder.
Yeah, and that's kind of like that's what's kind of going to be sort of the main topic of this particular issue is because Genshin Impact has blown up and their model that they have. I want to kind of present something to you guys and see what you guys think about it as far as in relation to how this game and games like Fall Guys and Among Us have like literally in the past what would you say, Dope? Probably in the past month and a half.
Oh yeah, maybe 2-3 months.
Yeah, we had,
but like a month and a half, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so you had like Fall Guys that were just like tearing it up, popped up on the scene, and then Among Us came out of nowhere, and now Genshin Impact is just maybe like a week and a half in, and it's just like super duper popular. So especially among streamers and all that stuff too. Outriders another game that's going to supposedly possibly be a game as a service. This game, they dropped a trailer this week and basically just giving a release date and kind of like giving a little brief rundown of like the story, what the game is going to be about. I actually thought this game was going to be like a launch game, but they're shooting for, I think it was February 2021 is when Outriders is dropping, which I'm not mad with that because holidays can get really crowded and your game can definitely get overlooked when it's too damn crowded, especially if it's not like, if you don't knock it out the park from a ratings perspective and people ain't like championing your game, you can easily get
Was what, 2 years old, huh?
What?
Among Us is 2 years old. That's not a new game, too. That's crazy.
It's an older game. It just,
yeah, Among Us is two years old, bro.
They're working on Among Us 2 right now.
They pushed it. They pushed that back.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. I was about to say, didn't they say they counted it?
That's correct. Because all of I remember I read something somewhere where it said like when they first launched the game, like nobody played their game.
Nobody.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's just freaking blew up.
Yeah.
I wonder what did that.
Yeah.
I wonder, probably was like a freaking streamer or some junk just blew that junk up.
Popping up on the scene where it's like some wobbly characters and they're like fighting like animals. I can't remember the name of it, but it's another one popping up on the scene looking like it's about to. I'm seeing it around. I'm seeing some of the popular streamers play it, and I'm like, okay, this is the next one. I can already see it. I can't think of the name right now, but it got animals and you fighting. It's just weird.
Animals and you fighting, dude, who knows?
And they like all wobbly, like it's like the physics in it is like crazy.
Hey, what's the name of that game? What's the name of that fighting game where you did turn into an animal?
Bloody Roar.
Bloody Roar.
Bloody Roar. Yeah, that was it.
I feel like we need that.
But
I wonder what studio made that game. Now I'm wondering.
I forget.
I don't know. I got it on my PS3, but they need to bring that game back.
I might have to plug it. I might have to power on the PS3. I think I have it now that the Snap mentions it now.
I'm just waiting on them to come out with a BR fighting game. That's gonna be crazy.
Oh,
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. But anyway, let's not get too far.
Basically, it's gonna be Streets of Rage and VR
and you got your combos, and yes, it's gonna be like Apex Legends style, where you get your list of characters, y'all drop into an arena, and y'all duking it out. And you might get into matches with maybe one or two people or something. Like y'all could do a 4-way, or y'all could do just head up.
So you
got to remember your combos.
So basically, talking about Hunger Games.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's only a matter. I might even be putting it into the ethos, and it might come to pass. I don't know, but I'm waiting on the BR fighting game, man. I'm talking not just a kick punch. I'm talking about where I have to learn combos and get good.
At this point,
it was and stuff like
that. At this point, it's gonna literally be the Hunger Games because the Hunger Games literally was BR pretty much.
Right.
You know what I thought? You know what I had thought of? It was another free game I came across on PlayStation. It was like some magic type of game. It was a battle royale.
Spellbreak.
Like, what if they did Dragon Ball Z like that, like with the Tournament of Power?
I mean, that's a good. But you talking about Spellbreak though?
Yeah, I think that's Spellbreak you're referring to. I think.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's
with
but
Dragon
that would be so niche though. That'd be only be with Dragon Ball fans, and you might get some cashies to come over.
It actually might work. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. I mean, because like with Fortnite, for example, Fortnite has a mode for this Nexus War season. I forgot what it's called. It's called Marvel something. So basically, you go around and there's these meteorites that drop the powers. You start out with just a random power in particular, and you go around picking up. You have 3 like power nodes, and when you pick them up, they go into a slot, and then you literally, there are no guns on the map, nothing, and you just basically just using powers the entire time. It's possible. It's possible. It's actually pretty fun because the Wolverine claws, you get those. Them suckers are OP as hell.
Wait, I didn't even know that part. Okay, so it seems like they're trying to move towards like that Spellbreak type thing then.
With Fortnite, they definitely be trying to
They just stealing.
They be
Fortnite
biting
be
hard.
biting. Ooh.
I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting for this Fall Guys mode that they gonna probably
Fortnite, bro. Huh?
I said I'm waiting for them to do a Fall Guys type thing. I'm waiting. Where it's round based. It's gonna happen.
They just take. Oh, you added this element popular. Oh, we about to take that. Let me get that.
Come on, Apex with pinging and gear
and
stations
revive.
and all that stuff. Yeah, and reviving. Yeah. Like they took that and ran with it. You can pick up your down teammate and go like, I literally had somebody like I was down, dude, pick me up, built the fortress around me and then revive me. I'm like, this is wild. This is so
nuts. Anyway.
All right. So Daredevil. So right now we're in say limbo with the whole Marvel Netflix genre coming to a close. The contract is coming to an end. And kind of looking back and kind of thinking, because I know a lot of people praise the Daredevil from the Netflix shows as being very good. And a lot of people kind of gave like the Daredevil movie a lot of slack about how it was. And I think a lot of people at that time didn't really like Ben Affleck a whole lot. Was like the Daredevil of that time really that bad?
I liked it. And plus, it was in like that emo phase of our life in high school. They played all the Evanescence, so the soundtrack was pretty hot. And it was like the early stage of like superhero movies. Blade wasn't too like far away. I think Blade had been made like 2 years before that.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
And what, Daredevil?
No, Blade.
No. Daredevil came out in 2003, unless it was a sequel to Blade. But yeah, Blade came out
in the movie.
But we're saying that Blade was like, it wasn't too far off. Like it was 2 years after Blade had came out. This is like the first run of superhero Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And I think they were just starting to like get a field of superhero movies. And I'm pretty sure it's like Spiderman had just came out. I just didn't think it deserved all that bad like critics.
I think my thing about that Daredevil was it was pretty much a whole word salad.
The whole what?
The whole movie was a word salad. Like you didn't really get any action until the church scene, so it was just a whole lot of dialogue. It was pretty much him whining the whole movie. Oh, I'm blind. Oh, I like Electra. Oh, I just want to be loved. And you supposed to be kicking. You supposed to be the blind Daredevil kicking butt. And you let a dude start
in the front. I mean, in the front of the, like the first beginning of the movie, he killed somebody that he was like going against in the lawyer scene.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and watch that. I wonder if they're gonna put that.
Yeah.
I wonder are they gonna? Is that on Disney Plus? The rest of the X-Men movies are surprisingly already.
Yeah, check it out and see.
Name of that game that I was talking about earlier. I mean to go back on. It's called Party Animals. It's a demo on Steam right now if y'all want to check it out. Okay. I don't know about the consoles, but anyway.
But like that first round of like superhero movies, what do you guys think? Like Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four 2, like all of those are really considered like the beginning start of the superhero movies.
So the first two
Iron Man
Four movies, even though made by Fox, weren't that bad. You know what I'm saying? They really weren't bad at all. It's when you get to the third one that you like Fox. Stay away from anything.
Boy, I don't know what they were thinking with that the third Fantastic Four, and then this boy wanted the director. He wanted to try to make a second one after the first one did so bad.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
I mean,
I'm pretty lenient on I'm pretty lenient on movies, man. And that movie was just like I was like, I couldn't do it
anymore. That's funny.
Like that third Fantastic Four is like John Henry on Netflix. Like if you could make it through the first 10 minutes, I salute you.
Man, I ain't even once y'all told me about it, I was like, boy, there go that blemish on on Ludacris's resume.
Boy, I said Ludacris should stick to playing Taj or Tave, whatever his name is on Fast and the Furious. Boy, you should have left that alone.
Like you only do Fast and the Furious movies. That is all. You don't do nothing else. Let's see here. Let's talk about Avatar. Kora and Aang. What we got?
So, I just wanted to ask y'all, which was a good question that was asked of me, like which one I thought was the better Avatar. Because Aang Avatar mode was super powerful. But Korra's Avatar mode was more cunning. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like when we meet, so I'm just gonna break it down. When we meet Aang, the only element he had mastered was air. But when we meet Kora, she's pretty much mastered everything. Mm-hmm. If I'm thinking back on it, I'm right on it, right?
Yeah, one thing.
But like, I just wanted to like compare the two, like Aang versus Kora, because you know what I'm saying. Like from what I remember, they was talking like Aang was the greatest Avatar in history, but then Kora comes along, and they start pumping her up. So you know somebody wanted to know who was better, and I'm proposing that question to y'all.
So for me, I haven't seen any of the new Avatar stuff, to be honest. I saw what killed me. I'm gonna tell you, and I'll let everybody else answer. What killed me on Avatar in general was the movie. The live action movie was just kind of like just back then it did. I know some people say go back and watch, and they say they think differently of it, but at that time I just like threw my hands. I'm like, no, I'm out. So I haven't watched anything.
Gotta admit. Go back and watch the movie with an open mind, and you'll be like, okay.
And the thing is, I wasn't into it until I kind of knew about the movie, and I said, okay, let me go watch the show. And I really liked the show, and then when I come in like really directly straight off watching the shows, I'm kind of like, nah, bro.
Like the thing is, like when you they compress so much into the movie after watching the show. Like you really got to see Aang grow in that first part of the show. You know, in the first season of the show, they pretty much put the whole first season of the show into a movie. And it progressed so fast, it kind of like threw you off.
Yeah, but that definitely could be a problem too.
Yeah, like it was just that the progression, it progressed too fast, and then if you had watched the show, you felt like you grew with Aang, but you know, watching the movie, it was just like you felt like, because it did a lot of time skipping in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like they had been on the road for months.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? It looked like it was pretty much all happening in one day. Or a couple of days. So, you know what I'm saying? The progression of the movie was too fast. But when you go and you watch, like, even for the graphics they use when they're doing their element styles, their bending styles of their element, like, it's on par with the cartoon.
Oh yeah, I give him that part. I do give him that part.
And
Anything
like
else
the
on?
script,
No, say anything else
I
with
mean,
anybody else want to answer as far as who's best?
I guess I should have kept that one in my back
Much
pocket.
about I haven't watched Avatar in a while.
I haven't watched like the core version one. Like I just recently saw it on Netflix, and I was like, "Oh, she got powers." I didn't even know like she even had the Avatar powers. Like I really got to get back into that one.
Nah, I saw something on Netflix that caught me off guard. I didn't know She-Ra had a new cartoon. I don't care
Yeah.
for the animations. I don't care for the animation style, but the story that they came along with is pretty good. Even with all the LGTV stuff that's going on in it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
And
It's still,
Kamiko from The Boys is actually a voice character on there. I forgot what
yeah, she
character she
plays,
plays.
her name is Glimmer,
Glam.
Princess Glimmer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she plays in there also. And what's the lady name? The black lady name. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to give y'all a good. Anyway, I can't even think of a good show that she's in. But she's in there. But like it caught me off guard because I was a fan of the new He-Man and the Masters of the Universe that had came out on Cartoon Network because it gave you more history of He-Man and that Prince Adam was not the first He-Man. Just like in this new She-Ra cartoon, it's showing you that there had been previous She-Ra before Dora came along, and they just making up for the mistake that the previous ones made.
Mm-hmm.
But because like the people who came up with these weapons these swords that Adam and She-Ra used to transform. I mean, Adam and Adora used to transform are they were pretty much nomads, and they settled on Etheria and Eternia.
Hmm.
But I mean, I'm still watching it. It's still a pretty interesting show, but like the art style is just killing me.
I gotta see what
Because it's new.
I gotta see what the art
Huh?
style is.
It's that new kitty one.
Yeah, it's that kitty. It's that kitty style of
Almost on
art.
the same style as
Teen Titans Go.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like had they made it in a more like that's serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that more serious detail. Like I hate that everybody face look the same, but you just put different clothes and different hair on them. Everybody got the same freckles and same shadows in their face. It's like that lazy art style.
All right.
Nothing,
Let's see.
nothing extraordinary.
Then going above and beyond on that one. I'm gonna check it out though. I want to see. I'm gonna see what it because I'm a fan of He-Man, so I definitely go. I didn't know it was out, so I'm definitely gonna check it out.
But my thing is, Adam and Adora were twin brothers and sisters. Originally. So, like the last He-Man cartoon didn't never explored that, and I just wonder if this She-Ra will explore that. I doubt it because there's no He-Man to coincide it with. But because back in the '80s they had the He-Man She-Ra crossover,
right?
Which they thought that they were brother and sister, twin brother and sister. So, speaking of He-Man, I wonder what's going on with that movie.
No.
The
Probably
world
not.
may never know.
Probably either A, not in production, or B, about to start production because of COVID.
All right. You know, y'all remember it was around the same era, but do y'all remember the Beastmaster?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
That's
Classic.
yes, big classic. Like I don't know if I want a remake for
She was
say
21, Tink. What you know about Beastmaster?
Like Beastmaster, like that era, Beastmaster, Conan the Barbarian
Showing your
with
age.
Schwarzenegger.
that was
Yeah.
like epic. Like if
Yeah.
you didn't have muscles, you wouldn't
Yeah,
even beat him.
exactly.
Beastmaster. That's Conan. What's the two dudes, the two brothers? Remember that? When they broke the rope on their neck. What's the two brothers? All them like barbarian type movies. Them was man.
Dang, I'm trying to remember what they
You know what I'm
was.
talking about though. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
That's like the era
Yeah,
of
bro.
definitely like the era of nothing but just
But you know what?
muscles and swords.
It's so
Muscles.
Exactly.
but you know what's so funny though, bro? Like when you go back and watch those movies and see how subpar they are.
Bro, they didn't age well at all. I agree.
I mean, like
None of
you look
them.
at
You got to be
like
on one to sit there through that whole movie.
like real talk. I'm gonna tell you, like you got movies like with graphics like Ghostbusters that can hold up with the technology they used in that movie.
Yeah.
Back to the Future can hold up.
Yeah.
But Conan,
Oh,
Beastmaster,
a lot of those movies. Funny story. Yesterday, I was chilling. Right, I was like, my girl. I was like, let's watch old school scary movies. We put on Nightmare on Elm Street, bro. I got so bored. I snuck off in the room and got on the laptop.
bro, Nightmare on Elm
I'm
Street,
like, oh, I forgot it was trash.
the first one, when Freddy Krueger walking down the alleyway with his arms stretched out,
The
and you
laws.
can
I
and you
seen
can
that. I was like,
literally
I forgot. Never mind. All right, I don't
you
wanna
can
watch
literally
this no
see
more.
the strings holding up the arms.
Oh, where did that cut on that laptop so fast? I was like, I don't want to watch this.
Like
She was
it,
mad. I was like, I'm sorry,
like
baby.
it's funny, bro, when you go back and watch those movies.
Hey,
Oh,
all right, let's move.
but
I want to
we were
talk about this GameStop partnership real quick. I know we short on time, but I feel like this is important because it's gonna change your experience if you go into GameStop.
No, it is. It definitely is.
Your experience is about to do a 180. I feel right. So people are saying, well, Microsoft bought GameStop, but no, they're saying it's actually a partnership.
It's a partnership.
So basically, what Microsoft is doing is giving GameStop access to all its customer base, pretty much. So GameStop is gonna be like, oh yeah, I know you've been playing your Xbox for 1,100 hours. You might want this game now. Like now, it's like it's gonna make them even more a beast. And then it says they're gonna have them walk around with Surface tablets, y'all.
Yeah.
So not only are they gonna be, trying to upsell you, or you want to buy this, now they're gonna be chasing you around the store with Surface tablets with all your information already pulled up. Like, oh, I seen you bought this and that. Oh, would you like this, bro? They about to start hockey. This is like, I want people to realize, if you're an avid GameStopper, how your experience is about to change. You know what I mean? They're like, GameStop was already aggressive with the sales tactics.
No more behind the register. Now they can just follow you.
Bro, now they're about to follow you with tablets around the store and ask you, do you want to buy this? They're gonna be picking stuff like, huh, you want this? Huh, you want this? Huh, you want this? Like, now I don't know what that means for the subsidiaries like ThinkGeek, right? Because I know Microsoft or GameStop and ThinkGeek, they're the same thing. So I don't know what that means, but I can only imagine that means the same thing for them. So basically, Microsoft is giving GameStop its e-commerce tools, right? So that's just going to probably help the platform grow. They're going to be giving the employees tablets, and they're basically saying they're empowering more than 30,000 store associates with enhanced productivity and collaboration tools. So all all of Microsoft's tools that it uses, for business, GameStop is now going to have that at its helm. So this is going to be, and the kicker says, following decades as an essential provider of the Microsoft Xbox gaming platform and services, GameStop has expanded its Xbox family of product offerings to include Xbox All Access, which provides an Xbox console and 24 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate to players with no upfront cost. GameStop and Microsoft will both benefit from the customer acquisition and lifetime revenue value of each gamer brought into the Xbox ecosystem. So now I think they're going to be pushing more Microsoft or more Xbox related products as well.
It's always shifted though, because I think during the 360 days, I was in GameStop so much back then during the 360 PS3 days that even they would tell me like there was like, in the store, Xbox had more real estate during 360 days. PS4 came out, real estate for Xbox kind of shrunk. Real estate for PlayStation got a little bit larger, so it tends to shift like every generation as far as like who they're really.
But with Microsoft, if they partner with Microsoft, of course they're gonna have more real estate for Microsoft products, and they're going to push Microsoft products.
And if you think about it in retrospect,
it's gonna be hard
this has probably been in the works because Microsoft closed down a lot of some of its stores.
Yeah,
some of its brick and mortars.
Yeah,
so they probably been planning this. They're like, we're just going to use these GameStop stores.
Well, now they want to. Now they want to, because you remember GameStop was kind of upset when how successful Game Pass was taking off. That was snuffing them out. So it's kind of like it may be kind of like a little love-hate relationship there. I mean, they're giving them some tools at the same time, but it's like Game Pass is kind of killing y'all. Like let's not ignore the fact that you're partnering up with the company that's kind of snuffing y'all out of business, which
Bill walked in the office like, now you need us, right?
But you know what? I'm surprised.
So what you gonna do?
I'm surprised GameFly is still in business.
Bro, I'm surprised Sears is still in business. Okay.
Right. It's a lot of. But with this though, now I feel like I'm going to GameStop and they're gonna be like, hey, you want a Microsoft Office 365 Gaming Edition? You can type your paper and you know what I mean? I just feel like they're gonna start pushing Microsoft.
Video games.
You know what I mean? Now you can type up your paper with Apex Legends fonts or some shit. I don't know, but
hey, but you'll have people like me, like they be like, yeah,
Minecraft
man,
fonts and shit.
I ain't got about Microsoft 365. You know what I'm saying? I got Windows 10 and Microsoft Word already for the free. So, it's
included with your Game Pass or your GameStop Power to the Players thing. You get a free copy of Microsoft Office.
Then
I can feel that being a thing too.
I'm
allergic to Xbox.
Look, I need the air horns.
For real.
And on the side note, so Taco Bell is hawking. If you buy if you buy a medium or large drink, you can use the code on the side of the cup to enter in to win the Series X. But it's not a sweepstakes. You buy a drink, you enter the code, and they tell you no, you didn't win. And you can enter 3 times a day. So I've seen
some people on the I'm in the Podcast Unlocked group for IGN, and I've actually seen some guys posting that I've seen 2 guys for sure that posted screenshots that they actually won. So
sodas did they buy though?
Huh?
How many sodas did they have to risk their health to get them on?
Who knows? They may need a new kidney now.
Pull that shit out, man.
Let me just get 3 cups. No, I don't want no soda. Just let me get the cups.
I need 3 orders of this particular drink. I'm not gonna drink not one of them. I just want the code.
Just buy medium cups.
Man, we all know better. Them folks going up there buying them party packs and be like, yeah, let me get 3 drinks with that. And
that's what happened.
They going home playing their game, eating their soft tacos, nacho Doritos tacos, and drinking their root beers and cokes, and
definitely not a Mexican pizza.
And hoping to win the damn Xbox. But yeah, that's all I had on that. I can't. This is gonna change the GameStop. I'll just say that.
I can't knock the way Microsoft is promoting Xbox, because you see way more Xbox promotion right now than PlayStation. PlayStation got a few commercials out, but I would say something. PlayStation is so confident you barely see a sweepstakes to win a PlayStation.
Rare, yeah. Very
At
true.
this point now, what Microsoft has done, right? If they keep doing what they're doing, they're gonna solidify themselves. But it's gonna be like each entity is not. So okay, it's like this. Each entity is competing to get new fans, as opposed to competing for. You know what I mean? Like back in the day when Genesis was taking shots at PlayStation, talking about Genesis does what Nintendo don't, like that type. I don't think it's there anymore, right? We're all in a space where Nintendo has its fan base. It's not going anywhere. They're getting new players or new fans every day. PlayStation has their own fan base. I don't think it's at a point where companies are actually competing for fans. I think that they have their fan bases and they're just kind of work on cultivating them. But what Microsoft is doing is they're actually trying to get the casual market in as well too, by adding all of these things, because they know that moms is going to come into the stores and all of this stuff. And, you know, it's just a lot. So I think that I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's so much of a competition anymore as it is we're just trying to cultivate our already existing fan bases and grow on that, as opposed to trying to steal Sony's or Nintendo's.
Yeah,
You know what?
Especially with Microsoft partnering up with Nintendo on some things, right? They don't care about. They're not.
Yeah, they are. They're working on trying to bring the Xbox Live application over to Switch. Just more.
Like you better use that code, girl.
Oh, I know. I saw that in the chat. It was like you forgot to use the code.
So like true story. I was a kid. It was around the time, you know, the Sega. I ain't gonna say like you had the Master System first, and then the Genesis came out. So it was around the time the Genesis came out because Sonic 2 was popping.
I was so confused as a child with
But
Sega. But anyway.
you know, but the Super Nintendo was just coming out too, right? So, friend of mine was excited. My mama gave me a Super for Christmas. My mama gave me a Super for Christmas. My boy swear he was getting him a Super Nintendo for Christmas. He was all excited. I'm getting the Touch 360 joystick and everything. Whew. The shock and disappointment when that boy walked out Christmas morning. That man mama had bought him a Nintendo.
The game system you want?
My boy was in that still jabbing that tape down. My boy was still getting the blanket screen. You got to hit the reset and power button at the same time.
And a lot of people did that too with Microsoft. A lot of parents went out and bought a Xbox One X, thinking it was a Series X.
Boy, that's what that spike was on Amazon. Then the Xbox One X showed up on the doorstep on Friday, and like, oh, hold on, I ain't supposed to be here.
Right. Wait, this ain't wait. It ain't what I ordered.
It ain't November.
And then that's when them parents be like, well, they finna get one of these this year.
Bro,
that's funny.
that shit
like for real though, man. We used to have. I knew a couple of cats that was always a generation behind because their parents was just like if it wasn't for my stepdad, we probably wouldn't have been a generation ahead neither. Because my mom was just looking at shit like, nah, I'm not gonna play that.
Everything was a Hindindu. Put that damn Hindindu.
My mom knew what a Nintendo was.
I never seen Meteor Man where there was the movie was like, what that damn Hindindu. They was trying to say Nintendo. The dude was like, that damn Hindindu. He tried to call it Nintendo. He said a Hindindu. It was funny as hell. Anyway.
Man. Let's see here. Mortal Kombat 11 dropped a new trailer for the Kombat Pack 2. The trailer was pretty dope though. for the first part of it though, I almost kind of it was definitely short. I kind of saw who was featured in the trailer initially, so I kind of knew who was in it. Because I know some people kind of watched the live reactions of it and everything, and was kind of really wondering like who the heck is this or who's it supposed to be. But we got a shot of Lena popping up in the beginning, and then of course you saw Purple. Kind of brain.
I didn't know we stepped our production value up like this though. Tell me about this nice little transition. I like that. All right. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Why the hell is Rambo? Why the hell John Rambo? That's a way. I just thought
It's the same reason why RoboCop and Terminator.
It's all based on the whole.
Nightmare.
See, the thing is, it's all everything so based on everything that popped up in the 80s. And Rambo was one of those like Terminator and RoboCop. So pretty much, it was just like Mortal Kombat X. They had nothing but like a horror type of vibe to it, with Jason and Leatherface and all that. But now they got RoboCop, Terminator,
They have
and
Predator in one of them?
Rambo. Yeah, that was X.
Yeah, they have Predator in X. So,
and Alien.
Not far-fetched.
So Daniel's son is gonna be in Mortal Kombat 11.
Bam. If
So-
he come
so-
in, bro.
So question though,
Hey, look, hey, imagine his fatality. Imagine his fatality.
Finish him.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, he gonna do a crane kick to your ass.
But you know what?
Hey,
I'm actually.
you gonna see Mr. Miyagi screaming, Daniel's son, he crane kick your ass.
You know what?
So question
man,
question about the whole Rambo thing real quick. Is Rambo produced like the movies itself? Are they produced by Warner Brothers?
No, I think those
no.
were Miramax movies.
Miramax?
Nah, it's the because keep in mind, like most of the characters in the guest characters in the game, they're not technically under Warner Brothers and whatnot.
Okay, I was just wondering. I was kind of wondering maybe there was a license thing where it's like, oh, we already got it. It would be nice to be in Mortal Kombat. So I just said, fuck it, throw it at the wall.
But you know what's weird though, man? Well, it's not so much as weird, but it's just you kind of figured Melina was gonna pop up in there because everybody kept asking for her.
Yeah.
Rain, everybody kept asking for him.
Mm-hmm.
I was just shocked. Like I said, they're gonna do another guest character. I thought they would have put Takeda, which is part of the new generation from X. I thought he was gonna be in there because they keep begging for him. So
I mean, it's just certain characters in Mortal Kombat that just should be a given, in my opinion. Like Melina is pretty much a given character. Like since Mortal Kombat 2, she pretty much been like part of the standard package, and now she a DLC.
See, the thing is,
to me,
all their characters have like all the the main staple characters have been like Shiva was DLC.
It's kind of like it's the reason behind Melina's reasoning. Even though it's still another way to work around it because of the whole concept of MK11 is based around a time storyline. But Melina got killed in X, but the thing is, her ending showed multiple Melinas, so you could have used a clone for Melina to have as the base. But that's pretty much why the reason she wasn't there at launch, because she was killed off in X by Devora, the bug lady. But like I said, she still would have been able to make it because for it to be a time-based game, she should have been brought back with Chronica. I'll elaborate that at another time. But I figured, like I said, Melina was gonna pop up in the game because everybody demanded her so bad. But it's all good. She made it. Oh,
to me,
another thing.
Melina is just like a Dalsim. Like, if you gonna do a Street Fighter game, there's no way Dalsim should be a DLC character.
You can't compare Melina to Dalsim.
Because
Dalsim was in
Dalsim is like the core. Yeah, he's like the core Street Fighter. Melina didn't come along. She wasn't in 1. She didn't come along until what, 2?
Till 3.
Yeah, like you can compare her to like Cammy or something, but not Dawson.
Yeah.
Melina came along like let's be honest. Nobody talks about Street Fighter 1.
True.
It was literally not the same company or anything. I don't think Street Fighter 1 was Capcom, was it?
Yeah, it was Capcom. It was just
Was it?
like
Well, it was a different
I
it
think-
was a different person. Like it wasn't the same creators behind it. I watched a
Kinda
doc
like-
on it recently.
Kind of like Grand Theft Auto 1, 2, 1 and 2. Or, yeah, 1 and 2.
Yeah,
No,
it
Grand
was
Theft Auto
probably
1.
published by
It was
Capcom,
Grand
but
Theft Auto.
it wasn't the same people behind it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
but you know what I'm saying? Like Street Fighter basically starts off as Street Fighter 2.
Right, pretty much.
For most of it.
And
Alpha
granted,
kind of takes you back to 1 a little bit with some of the characters
Yeah,
like
it does.
Yen and but anyway, let's not get too deep in that.
but
yeah.
like even with Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 2 was more popular than the first Mortal Kombat because Mortal Kombat 2 is basically
6 characters.
what the Shang Tsung in the movie was based on.
Yeah.
So you find yourself gravitating more towards Mortal Kombat 2,
Yeah.
and pretty much it's the same way with Sonic. You know what I'm saying? It's like the sequel that's the most popular one.
Yeah.
So-
they're doing that era, yeah. Like number 2 just kind of like for a lot of games, kind of like, you know,
Except
it
for
was-
Mario.
Yeah, I played that one, but
Mario.
it's very true. It's very, very true.
But I
Yeah.
mean, like real talk, like from from Mortal Kombat 2 on up, you just had characters that were like staples. Now, like the secret characters, like Noob Sabat was a secret character, so I
Ermac.
can understand. Ermac was a secret character. You know, I can understand those type of characters, but like Reptile, Sub-Zero, you know, people like that, you know, they're core. Melina to me is a core player. It's a core character.
We get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to
'Cause
compare to
Katana didn't show
Dawson,
up.
though,
Kitana didn't show up to Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it could, and it also could have been like with the story they were telling with the current game, like Snap was saying, basically
Yeah.
the story that they're telling, she wasn't a key component, which is why they didn't really present her in that way, in that fashion. So I mean,
Yeah,
it could be
she was
something
just
with
mentioned.
Aftermath. Yeah, it could have been something like because
Yeah,
I haven't
she was
even
just
played, I haven't even played Aftermath yet, so. It could have been something that could have possibly included her while she's back now. So we won't know until we play the character.
Nope. She's not in Aftermath. Because I played it. If she's not in Aftermath, she's really not in any type of story for 11 unless.
Well, of course
They-
you know you'll have the end game stuff when you beat
Mhm.
her, beat the tower. You'll find out where she's been or what she's been doing and all that type of stuff. Of course.
But I'll say this though, Rain actually had a great redesign.
Oh yeah.
The man had a
Oh, yeah.
prosthetic. I was amazed he had a prosthetic. His left arm was pretty much a weapon now. I was like, wow, okay, all right. I see what they're doing with Rain here.
Love
But
Rain.
I mean, and the
Right.
thing is, we always thought Rain was a ninja when Rain was always a prince.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the
Katana's
crazy part.
homeboy.
Because he's based off of Prince. Think about it. He's purple and his name is Rain.
Basically.
Yeah. Thank you,
Come on.
Ed.
He's also
Thank you, Ed Boon.
in the game, but also in the game story lore, he's a prince. He's especially in the old timeline, he's actually an Adenian demigod.
Yeah.
Because he was actually the son of the person over Adenia, but he's basically the bastard child of Argus. You play MK11, you'll see exactly who his father was. His father basically treated him like who he was. He was a bastard, but he's a demigod though.
Yep.
For all those who watch Game of Thrones, you know how the bastard treated.
Oh man.
Oh, damn.
I don't watch, so how are they treated?
Huh?
I don't watch, so how are they treated?
Cast
bastard, I can tell you myself. No, I'm joking.
I tell you what, how would you imagine a bastard child being treated?
Cast it out.
Like a stepchild?
Pretty much.
Huh.
Pretty much. Doctor
Where do you think the
Strange.
term little bastard came from?
Doctor Strange is coming to Spider-Man 3. Tink actually predicted this. previous
you.
previous NerdFlow podcast. Don't ask me chat as far as what number because I ain't gonna be able to tell you. I ain't that good yet.
Honestly, let's just say this right here. More than likely, if we say something that we want on this show, it often comes to pass.
That's we make a
I
lot of
had been
speculation on
saying
this show,
that-
man, and it happens. It does.
We're
I had been
either
saying I want to see a
psychic,
remake of Metal Gear Solid, and guess what we getting? A remake of Metal Gear Solid.
we're either psychics or very clairvoyant. Or
Exactly.
like,
So Key says, Tink, Key says, how does it fit into the timeline with Doctor Strange?
well, with Doctor Strange, as you can see, like, if you ever read the comics or even watched the new MCU Spider-Man animated series, they always putting Doctor Strange and Spider-Man together because Doctor Strange can manipulate like the different multiverses. So that's why it's so important for him and Scarlet Witch to have a relationship because Doctor Strange's powers, he can tap into each multiverse. And so that includes tapping into each Spider-Verse. So that's why I think they're trying to establish this relationship with Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. And you could have seen it early on in Infinity War as well. Because he was trying to understand what's the relationship between him and Tony. You can kind of see them play off of that as well.
Okay.
It's like,
So Key said, is Wanda in it? Wanda, I will say this much: watch WandaVision because WandaVision has a lot to do with all of this stuff that's going on. We're not saying this for sure, but we have a feeling that she's gonna freaking break the multiverse, which is why Doctor Strange new movie is called has something to do with the multiverse. He has to fix it because she broke it because she's trying to bring people back that are not not alive and all this other stuff. Not existing anymore.
I mean, basically, Wanda's had a psychotic break.
Yeah,
and
she basically,
she basically that woman who lost her husband and kids, who's sitting in the house rocking
and brother.
Herself. Yeah, she lost
She
everything.
said she like your hair too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at her, she got fans and shit. But like,
She sound jealous. She got fans and shit.
look, she basically Wanda gonna break. Like that's basically what it is. Like WandaVision, you see that she finna break reality.
yeah.
And everything finna collide and mix in with each other.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course, it's gonna have adventures for everybody, and especially Spider-Man. That's why you might end up getting the Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Along with Miles.
Which is why Jamie Foxx is probably back. More than likely.
All of this is like tying into each other. That's why we're getting WandaVision first. And that's why we're getting Doctor Strange with Wanda in it. And then this is where Spider-Man 3 is going to fall into play. It's like they're setting it up. Marvel, that's the one thing about Kevin Feige. He knows how to set up those freaking dominoes. So when it falls completely in place. And
so
that's something you got to... And I think they're going to do it first because they're trying to beat out DC.
Yeah.
And I was just
DC is taking so much time with this stuff that it's a race. It's like, is Marvel going to get to it first or is DC going to get to it first?
I mean, I believe Marvel already got to it first.
Yeah.
Like over 3 phases.
Yeah.
But like, playing devil's advocate,
Yeah.
imagine if Feige was over DC.
That's the thing because Feige has been, a lot of people don't know, he's been in the background on a lot of stuff. He's been part of X-Men. Feige is the reason why Hugh Jackman played Wolverine is good because Hugh Jackman said Feige used to sneak him Wolverine comics on set because Bryan Singer said he didn't want any comics on set.
Wow.
So Feige was Like it was destined to be, man. I mean, he just does it
Hey,
correctly.
and y'all, I watched Blade. You know, just thinking about it, I watched the first Blade movie. What was that? Friday. I watched it on Hulu, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was on Hulu, and it just reminded me that you know how we was like, you know, talking about Deadpool being a rated R Marvel movie, and just thinking about watching Blade, I was just like, Blade was damn near worse than
Yes.
Yeah.
because
Before, before
when the
Disney.
when the cop shot at Wesley Snipes in the hospital and he turned around and said, "Motherfucker, are you crazy?" That just tickled me. Like that tickled me to my soul.
Oh man. All right. Last topic of the night. So I mentioned Genshi Impact earlier in the show. This game is available on PC and mobile, and it's Android and iOS, and also available on PS4. The game also has crossplay, and it has cross progression, but only between mobile and PC. And then, like I said, this game has been it's basically if anybody's familiar with the genre, it's a gacha game. It's literally what it is. It's microtransaction based. The animation is beautiful. It is very anime-ish. So if anybody's just into that art style, the game is very good. And it also, like he said, it is very addictive. Very addictive.
Like Breath of the Wild with waifus.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
It's like Breath of the Wild with waifus.
So my question of the night is with this game, is this going to be like because we're already getting into that space where we're doing like crossplay as a thing that's being pushed more and more and more, and cross progression as well. But this also just really makes it just a lot easier for people to play. So for example, T owns a console, but she probably doesn't play a console as much as she would play on a mobile device, for example, like Among Us. But Dope has a PC, and he's probably more comfortable playing on PC or console. So in a sense, with all these games that are coming out now, with Fall Guys coming, working on a mobile version, people can literally, because as gamers, we kind of snub at play on mobile. I'm not playing nothing on a mobile device.
I definitely do.
Yeah. So with how games are, people can literally play how they want to play comfortably, but then also at the same time be able to play together. So
right.
So what do y'all think about that?
Speaking of it, speaking on the history of playing games on mobile, when you think back to it, especially like playing a platformer or any game where you had to move and you had to assign the buttons and stuff on your phone for the joystick. You remember the old way we used to have to play, mobile games. That's what's caused the stigma of how people feel about mobile games. Mobile games have come a long.
Being able to compare with your PlayStation or Xbox controller to your mobile device and just do Bluetooth makes it so much easier.
I mean, because when Samsung did the promotion for Fortnite, I was thinking like Fortnite on the phone, like, and then when I actually got that phone with Fortnite already installed on it, and I opened it, my account was because of my email. My account from the game that I already had on my PlayStation was on there. So,
Yeah, your first hit a crack for free? You gotta give you that first hit for free. Come back and see me if you like that. Ooh, look how they do that.
I mean, like, for real,
That's an epic
but
crack.
it was pretty much the same. It was the same gameplay, which was surprising to me. Which just shows, mobile device gaming has come a long way.
Yeah.
I think in India, the competitive PUBG scene is on iPads. I want to say.
I can believe that.
Like they prefer to play PUBG mobile over console PC version.
Bro, there are so many gamers on Facebook Gaming that are legit just they mobile game. They play Mobile Legends and all this other stuff. Is like, and they streaming it like hardcore. I'm like, bro, they playing on a phone streaming. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. I watched something today. A girl was streaming some lifestyle game. It was like a lifestyle game. It wasn't The Sims, but it was something like that. And she was sitting there on her phone and she was streaming the game on the side. It was on YouTube. It was a black girl. And she was streaming it was like, nuh-uh, Darius, don't you try to kiss me. Dude had his shirt off and all that. And she was sitting there reading it like it's tea, on the phone, but she's playing the game. And I'm like, yeah, so I can attest to the whole people just streaming shit on mobile.
Yeah. But yeah, I kind of really think with Genshin Impact, man, I feel like this is going to be like the future of games where people, if you're casual about it and you just only play on the phone, you can play it on the phone if it's available. If you're going to want to play on a console, you can play on a console. If you want to play on PC, you just play however you feel. Everybody can all play together. Yeah. Because little do you know it, man. I think like about a month ago, Discord was like the top application in like the Apple Store. So Discord is becoming more and more of a thing that people use to, communicate with one another. So all you do is pop open Discord, tell everybody to get in, and y'all can do online together. Like half of these games don't even really have to have a chat system anymore. You just hop into Discord and just play together.
Yeah.
Microsoft purchases Discord. No,
bro.
Because
come on, man.
On this game,
calling stuff into the future, bro. It's gonna be broke just like Skype.
If they get that, no.
Oh,
but yeah.
Man. Was that? I think that's pretty much it for the night, man. We have a Halloween show coming up on the October 25th. So the overlay for the show will be looking very Halloweenish, and we'll have some Halloween type of attire on during the stream also. And then we also have coming up too, we do Extra Life every single year. So for anybody that wants to support the Miracle Children's Network, we'll be doing a charity event in the 1st of November for Extra Life. So we have that coming up, and yeah, man. So that'll be pretty much it for this episode. What's up, y'all?
So funny story. The first year me and you did Extra Life together when we pulled the 24 hours.
Bro, never again. Never again.
What?
Never. Yeah.
Oh my god. Y'all stream for 24 hours?
I did. I was whoo boy.
I'm gonna put it this way.
As a streamer, I would never do a 24-hour stream.
He outlasted me. The struggle was real.
Man, the monsters that boy.
Because I was playing Call of Duty. I'm not sure what you was playing.
I was bouncing out from everything, bro.
Yeah, I was pretty much just playing Call of Duty the whole day. But I mean, I was just like yo, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna take a break. That break turned into a hiatus.
Sleep. turned into night.
Night.
So it was after that. When I called him the next day, he was just like, yo, did y'all do the whole 24 hours? I'm like, I gave it a good 8.
Yeah. No, I get tilted after 4 hours, so 24, no, I don't see that in my car.
Yeah. Man.
Nah, but it was after that, we was just like, nah, we ain't trying to do 24 no more. Nah. That was a whole lot of time sitting in front of the TV.
Boy, yes. Boy, never again. Real quick, man, let's see. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, of course. We'll see you guys for issue 157, which is next week. Make sure you guys join the community. It's right there at the bottom. Link is in the chat, so if you guys want to join our Facebook community, a lot of news and all the stuff we talk about in there. Also, the shows and the links for the shows get posted in there. Also, join our community, answer the questions to make sure you ain't no bot. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on next week of NerdFlow Podcast.